You wanted the picks? You got the picks. The hottest picks in the world.
What's up, folks? 138 MMA here to give you a quick breakdown of Alex Morono taking on Santiago Ponzinibbio. As we know, this fight was added last minute to the UFC 282 card after Ponzinibbio's original opponent, Robbie Lawler, pulled out with an undisclosed injury a few days ago. So for this matchup, we've got Alex Morono, who's no stranger to stepping in on short notice to take on some opponents. He did that notoriously against Donald Cerrone back in the day. Before Donald Cerrone kind of went down that downhill slope, Morono kind of did that. He kind of stepped in there and took on that fight on really short notice. I guess it was kind of when Cerrone was going downhill, but not like he was at the end. And Morono showed up. And in a short notice fight, I would say Morono is probably the guy that you want to call because you know that this guy's going to turn up to a short notice fight and give his best effort. But because of that, this fight, as you notice, is at catch weight of 180 pounds. So does that help Ponzinibbio being a bit bigger naturally than Morono, or does it help Alex Morono because he doesn't have to do a weight cut, and Ponzinibbio was already into dieting and getting all that stuff down, so the only thing he doesn't do now is a water cut. So how does that really change the dynamic of the fight? I'm not sure. But in this matchup, of course, Ponzinibbio, he is 2-3 in his last 5 fights. He's had a lot of close decisions as of late, and that's kind of, some of them you could kind of see going the other way. So I don't know if that is a good gauge of where he's at in his career. I do think Ponzinibbio still has it. He does seem to show that. He was a lock over Robbie Lawler for 100%, but Lawler pulled out. So here we are with Morono. Morono 4-1 in his last 5. He's actually on a 4-fight winning streak, and he's looked really good in those last 4 fights. His last matchup against Matthew Semmelsberger, he definitely controlled that fight. Morono made it look not even close, at least for most of the fight. Semmelsberger had a couple of moments, but not very many. So in this matchup here, basically what we're looking at is a matchup between 2 volume strikers. Now, we're basically going to try to figure out whose game plan or who's going to have the higher level of these. I did give Alex Morono the decent grappling nod here because I have seen him work his grappling a little bit more. Ponzinibbio tends to want to strike. He does have good grappling as well, but this is probably going to be a striking matchup, let's be honest. So basically it's going to come down to both guys' good volume. We got the movement of Morono against the leg kicks of Ponzinibbio. Can the leg kicks add up quick enough that Morono's movement slows down and Ponzinibbio can start teeing off on him? Or is the movement so much that Ponzinibbio can't quite catch up with him and Morono starts tagging up Ponzinibbio? That's what we really got to look at here in this fight. With it being short notice for me, oh man, I'm going to slightly lean the Ponzinibbio side, just the slightest bit, but not very much. In fact, I wouldn't even bet this, and if you are going to bet it, I would almost bet on the Morono side for the simple fact that I do think all the value is there. I don't think Ponzinibbio is -2 whatever he is favorite over Morono in this matchup. I think this is a pick'em fight because Morono shows up to these short notice fights, and he brings his A game every single time, and we've seen him do it on quite a few occasions. So for me, I'm going to slightly lean the Ponzinibbio side. He's just been a higher level fighter for longer and hasn't really shown a total fall off, even after that long time. Actually, I take that back. His first little bit back, first fight I think it was, back after that long layoff, he did look a little rough, but he seemed to have bounced back since then and has seemed to be on a pretty good way, even though he's lost a couple lately. I do think Ponzinibbio is going to get the win here, but I would not bet on it. I'm going to sit back and watch this one, crack open a couple of cold root beers, kick my feet up on the coffee table, and call it a night. Now, if you've liked this video, do me a favor and show me that by hitting the like button. If you like my content, subscribe to this channel. But that's what I've got on this fight. Love it. Let me know what you guys think in the comments. I'll see you on the next, I guess, go watch my full card breakdown if you haven't yet, and go watch the Bellator breakdown and all that good stuff. See you guys later.